So we got the Expedition build wrapped up, and as we told you in a previous episode, we were going to come out here and put it through its paces. We also said Dan was going to be with us. So we've been out here riding. We've beat on these machines pretty good.
Well, and we got you on the West Coast.
Yep.
So that's kind of cool. And we're at Sand Hollow right now, and there's a little bit of everything. We're in like powder sand. There's great rock sections. There's a little bit of everything. So what did you think of the shocks, and you play with the modes, and where are you at with this? Because this thing is big. Like, you guys built this thing huge. Portals, all of it, like we talked about those differences. So where are we at with the build, and what do you think right now?
So obviously SuperATV, we port a lot of machines. You know, we've portaled utilities, sport models, you know, pretty much every machine we've got portals for. And, you know, I've had a little bit of seat time in all of them. Obviously, like we kind of talked about in the shop in the previous episode, you had portals to it. They don't ride nearly as good. You know, like it just added weight, the stock shocks, you know, doesn't ride nearly as good. I will say this is the best riding portaled machine that I've ever rode. We played with the shocks. I messed with it all day long. It rock crawled great. It wasn't, you know, that was kind of something that in my mind when I think, oh, I get a set of shocks put on a machine, like, yeah, it's going to be great for a high-speed desert ride and hit whoops and stuff, but then it's going to be a little too stiff to rock crawl. It wasn't the case at all. This thing is the most versatile build. We can go from wide open throttle, ripping through some desert trail, go crawl it, do whatever you want with it. And honestly, we kind of were on the road a little bit. It was great, no body roll. And you kind of commented when we were at the shop, like, oh, hey, you disconnected the sway bars. You'd never know.
That's great.
It's amazing. Yeah, I can't say enough how awesome.
What I was surprised at is the one time when we did the one loop where we're following you, and you know me about portals, I'm a West Coast guy.
Yep.
And number one, the ground clearance you end up getting in the tight sections, like, definitely was an advantage. But then, you know, we're watching the back of the rig go through some of those rough sections. It is rocky, it's a square edge and all of that. And, you know, I mean, the thing seemed to just absorb it. Seemed like a comfortable ride. Like, we were pretty pumped watching you go through all of that stuff. It you know, the extra weight, you know, the fact that you have the bigger tires, it makes bumps smaller. And, you know, I mean, it was just mushing through that stuff like it was nothing.
Absolutely. I mean, we have a handful of machines out here today. And we were just talking about the X3, you know, this machine is riding better than our X3. Obviously, it's on stock shocks, stock springs, hasn't been resprung or tuned or anything, but by far a better, more comfortable ride. And it's a North Star. You got AC.
We got AC.
And we got 3 of them out here. We got the HCR build SDI E-Clicks, the SuperATV SDI E-Clicks, and then obviously the SDI car, which also has HCR suspension.
HCR on it. And it was, what, 108 today?
Yeah.
And we had the AC on with the radio.
Yeah.
It doesn't get much better than that.
It's too good for me, man.
Yeah.
I don't deserve the North Star life.
You know, once you go to North Star, it's hard to leave.
Right? I was like,
with the radio on, and it's just like, it makes it so easy. It's so nice. And they're just comfortable. That's the biggest thing. And versatile. Like, you know what I mean? We're in sand dunes to, like, you know, some of the rock stuff out here is so steep and so crazy. I was really wondering if the Expedition was going to make it, and it just plowed through it so easy. Like, it was easy.
For sure. Very well-rounded machine in general. I'm happy with it. I'm happy with the Expedition. Definitely happy with the setup. I mean, we went through a lot of stuff today, and we never touched a skid plate on anything. You take a stock Expedition out and try to do that, like, you're hitting a skid plate. So,
well, should we go riding before it gets dark?
Yeah, man. Let's go for a rip.
Awesome, man.